Adventurer, think you can last a round against me? Ha! Adventurer, think you can last a round against me? adventurer, think you can last a round against me?
Alright, I hope now it's fixed. Welcome back to me, I guess, to Genshin. This is gonna be the first stream of the Act 3 of Nod-Krai, or rather, Song of the Welkin Moon. The new version released last month even. It's been a while, basically because I was on vacation. Nice vacation in Japan, but I am now back and we are going to continue on with the proper game. But from what I could tell, apparently the game just tells me to wait 2 days, which I'm just gonna skip. That's the wrong button to do that in. I guess I'll just go ahead to this. Well, right, so 6.1, or technically Luna 2, which is what they would call it. Added new story content, added one new character, technically. There's a whole new thing, this Wonderland thingy that is user-generated content, which is interesting. We'll probably look into that at some point if I do have the time to do so. But yes, until then, we're just gonna continue on with the main story. Looks like no new map, interestingly enough. But regardless, we're just gonna head over... Oh, no, that's Mika. Right, we're just gonna head over there and let's see how this story continues. Act 1 and 2 were already quite interesting with the introduction of Nod-Krai and basically the region itself and whatever the Fatui are doing here, and of course the... what was the faction called again? Then with Lama, of course. You might be able to tell it's been a little while. I'm a little bit rough on the names right now, but hopefully that'll get sorted soon. As we are going to head into Act 3.
Oh, it's been a few days since we said bye to the others in Nasha Town. Still no news about Rarer, though. Where could he have slunk off to? If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
We definitely haven't, I would
Hello.
say.
You must be the traveler in Paimon?
Of course, it was something we had run into at the end, rather, of the first version.
Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at
And
the
of
quarry.
course, whatever is going
thinks
on
it's time to
with
regroup and figure out a
sibling
plan.
and so on. Seems to be...
Hunt? Uh-oh. We better get over there.
That was a sound effect.
Come on, let's go.
There we go. Also think I didn't watch the teaser or anything. The trailer again. But a nation that doesn't exist kind of gives me the vibe of what we saw in the Traveler story. You know, where the times just cross over basically. And turns out we just kind of time traveled of some sort. Wouldn't be surprised if we have something like that happen again. So, at the quarry, I'm guessing? Yeah, right on left, on the right side of this mountain, so to speak, I guess. Or on the ship, maybe? Or it's seemingly here. I'm guessing that conversation belongs to them, but we're not going to pay attention to them just yet. And that certainly looks like something happened here. But we immediately have literally every faction join in, which is interesting.
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger. What's his endgame here?
Well, probably defeating whatever is here, I guess.
Here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike
The only
again.
one missing is Nefer.
But
Just
it's
noticed
like
that.
he just vanished into
You do
thin air.
have
No one has seen him nor found any trace
you do have
of his
Yehuda,
presence.
but not Nefer here. Interestingly enough,
That is until this morning, when a ratnik found signs
unless
of
she is
wild
doing
hunt
something
activity while out
else.
here on patrol. As you can see, the crystalite itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rerir did this. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
To be fair, we still don't really know what's going on with the Fatui over there, but yeah.
Kavaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
I'm pretty sure everyone
Traveler,
kind of already
Do you
knows
remember
that.
when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body? There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
I'm guessing it's gonna become like... I still wonder how the story is going to be, like... Or, in terms of time, right? I'm kind of expecting it to go longer, but at the same time, not really. We'll see. In which case, we should already get somewhat close to the end of the arc in the next version. But anyway, let's see. He was even extremely dangerous. He was already extremely dangerous even then.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started raving about how nothing in this world mattered to him. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Nod-Krai, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows.
That is a fair point, and especially if you consider the fact that he's already powerful enough for us to even have issues combating him. Unless
something went wrong.
okay, that's funny.
His whole resurrection thing didn't exactly go smoothly.
Didn't expect Aino to literally say the same word as was about to.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Maybe he hasn't quite lost it,
According to certain medical studies,
but I don't know, to be honest.
insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time, like he had zero interest in talking to us.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the dark.
I wouldn't be surprised if it just randomly spawns in.
Besides his name and title, we know
But
little
nope,
about
that's
him.
not happening.
Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Reikir of Solnari before all
I did
this.
see some kind of teaser on socials. I didn't really look
I'm
further
willing
into
to
it.
bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in
Not sure what
Nod-Krai,
was going
we
on there,
still wouldn't
but
find more than like 3 useful
it
facts
appears that
about
his
him.
term will come up more often in the near future.
So, if we do nothing,
Obviously,
he'll just keep
to be
getting
honest.
stronger. But if we want to investigate him, we have no idea where to look. Last time we had Marionette and her big robo buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we
There
had to
actually
face it
is
alone,
Nefer. I was expecting, like, we have literally everyone relevant around here, apart from her. The only conclusion I would have from that is that she is probably looking into it somewhere as well.
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki.
So are we just gonna like, I mean, on one hand, just putting one person somewhere or like distributing them probably makes sense in terms of getting info. I'm just not sure if if it's gonna be easy enough to actually get there, you know?
Somewhere like the Eye of
Or
Krabi,
like,
or the Pillar
you
of
know,
Ember.
collapse on whatever he's doing.
One thing's for sure.
Those are two spots
If
that I
we
don't
just sit
know the
back
name
and let
of
him
yet.
keep absorbing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance against him.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart.
Yeah, so basically
investigate
we
them
are
both,
going to do
we'll
what
need to
I
split
just
up.
thought we would. Like, split up, I guess. And just
I
see
agree,
what
we should
we
split
could
up.
do.
Right now, Rerear's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly. Once we're done, let's regroup on Hisi Island.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But I guess we don't have much choice, right? We're in a race against time here. And if we do run into Rear, what then?
Somehow figure out how quickly you can get from one end to the other.
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting.
Well, I guess I
Run
was
like
close
the
enough.
wind.
I mean, I don't really see...
Didn't you say the third rule was go with the flow?
I don't
Same
know,
thing, I
did
guess.
Anyway, whatever. In this
I mean,
situation,
I personally I would not really know what they could do either, to be honest.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a
Seems like it's
trace of
just gonna be
Rerear,
a
do
thing
not
of
pursue him. Get
try
out of
and
the area
find him
alert the rest of
somehow.
us as soon as possible. We need to put safety first.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Nefer, let's go.
So, two teams? Three, I guess? No, okay, you know, they have split up throughout the entirety of Nod-Krai. Which is not... which shouldn't be surprising. The opposite even. What is that? Okay, I have no idea what you are doing up there, but I'm just gonna ignore it. Well, the game is telling me to go to the First Moon Enclave, or rather that spot. So we're just gonna see what happens over there. We have some villagers waiting here. I'm just gonna ignore them and pretend they don't exist. Right. It's a different corner from this region. We have technically walked past there because that's where the damsel is, yeah. So we have technically walked past there, but apparently not triggered the teleporter. Which is interesting. But right, anyway, let's just go there and see. Maybe we find something, maybe we don't. Where do we need to go? It looks like... oh, there they are. There we go. Right. Llama, Yoda, and Linz. First party basically waiting.
Any leads?
Nope. diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second.
I don't think it even
This
feels like
feeling,
it. I
I'd
would
rather
say,
face him
yeah,
head on
it's
than be left
definitely the
hanging
case.
like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either. How about you, Flints?
Probably
I
ether.
questioned a few
Or
Ratniki
either.
and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I
Okay,
got to his place,
Flint
he
appears
was
to at
already
least
gone.
have somewhat close or
Almost as if he knew someone
a
was
little
onto him.
hint.
Either that, or he's just extremely cautious and doesn't stay in one place for long.
He's been biding his time for a while now. The question is, where or what is his next target?
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had plenty of chances to take it.
Wouldn't it did feel like, yeah, he has lost interest. I don't know if these fragments can be used up or something. Didn't the Traveler do something with it? I think he did. So that could also just simply be it.
All we can do now is hope that
The Traveler has powers to neutralize things after all. So, maybe that's it? Maybe, or maybe he's just too scared. We'll find out, hopefully.
Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it. I swear.
No, it's coming from...
Yehuda just keeps, as soon as something goes against her, I guess she's just
Silver
suddenly
Moon Hall.
regretting it.
The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Oh,
Let's get over there, quick!
that is true. That realistically, she could have also been an attack point of sorts. Or we just have the Fatui joining in. That could, of course, also be a thing. They did have a bit of an history. Well, good timing on that one.
Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop.
Thinking about it, it does make sense, realistically, like... Because it does look like she's at least controlling things all over the country, so to speak. Or at least in this section of the country.
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
I was about to say, Yehuda's just standing there. And the
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness.
okay, Pamona's kind of funny in that corner.
Lindis, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
I wouldn't have expected Sam to that quickly run into him, though. Or that quickly, that things would escalate that quickly. I don't think that's gonna do much, Paimon, but anyway. Seems as if... Okay, I'm a little surprised that the shield was apparently enough. Didn't really look like it earlier, but... Oh. Where did that go?
Find them, even if
So apparently she... Oh yeah, we did... I think we did say that, did we? I do recall something about teleporting not too long ago.
That was too close.
Now let's see what exactly...
They're alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
So he's one of the 5 sinners, and that probably wasn't his full
He's a
strength.
threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
What do we see back there?
I have a question. When me and Nefer showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so quickly. We had no choice but to...
Kutar.
Oh.
Can
Columbina,
you shed any light on the situation?
Columbina needs to give some input at least.
Kutar.
I thought for a moment it was Fatui, but no mind,
I
it's
see.
of course him.
So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise
I mean,
it.
if I had to guess, it's probably going to be a thing of like power-based
I've
thing,
never
right?
met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
So the only knowledge we have right now is that Warrior is just trying to get power.
Kutar.
That is all of the
There are
knowledge
many
we
potential
have.
motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood
That is
of
like the
dislocation being
only
discovered
common
is
point
close to
right now is that
100%.
whatever he's doing, he appears to be targeting large sources of Kuvaki. That is pretty much
A
it.
counter strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy like this. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of Nod-Krai undetected.
Yeah, I don't think that idea is going to work.
Oh, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff.
Simply because of
Can't
people
just,
not
you
wanting
know,
to
just
do that.
chicken out.
Running is our only option.
Okay, I didn't expect Yehoda to not be the only one.
Huh?
You seem surprised, but what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
Yehoda didn't expect that she wouldn't be the only one opting for running away.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Also, what about all of the other people of Nod-Krai? Like
Doesn't that
the,
make
I don't
sense?
know,
I'm the
population,
one he's
but
after.
thousands
There's no
in
need for you to
theory.
risk your necks on my behalf.
At least based on the whole Natlan thingy, it should be a few thousand.
A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
So, Columbina or Damslet or whatever you want to call her, basically just is like, yeah, just
We can't just
offer
roll
me
over
up
and let him
or
get away
something.
with this. That's not our style.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after everything we've been through together. Besides, she
Although to be
pretty
fair,
much saved
based
my
on
life
the,
back there.
if I
just ditched her
recall
now,
correctly,
I'd
in
never
version
forgive
1,
myself.
Luna 1 specifically, I think we did get some kind of teaser that I think she might not
We
have
can't
too
overlook
long
that
to
you have saved
go.
our lives multiple times
That
now.
could give some context
To talk
on
of
why
returning
she
the favor would be
is
a little crass
at
for
least
my liking.
offering herself up
But
that
suffice
quickly,
to
but
say, we are friends. And
we're gonna
friends
have to look
out for one
further
another.
into that,
Rira's true objective
or
remains unclear.
at least see how the story
Even if we were to
evolves.
sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
And I gotta agree with Nefer there. I think it's just, right now at least, it seems like he's just targeting more and more power. So it's not like he's gonna stop, right? But anyway, the running away won't solve anything. We stand and fight no matter what.
But
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scion so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement.
I wonder
If
if
it were me,
Llama's gonna try
I might
and
have walked away
like
too. But I believe
convince
that
her
time
to
can
join the
change
First Moon
everything.
Science at some point
And that
again.
sometimes it takes losing something precious to appreciate its true worth. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon
In the
Scions
meanwhile, Twitch
need
chat.
you.
Hey, Teresia.
Any
Hope you're
relationship
having a
based
nice
on
day.
need is purely transactional. What I truly hope
And in
is
the
that you'll
meanwhile,
choose
on the
to
YouTube
stay,
chat,
not out
your
of
host's going
obligation,
efforts.
but as
Going pretty
part of our
good. How
family.
about your day?
You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Right, let's see
Thank
how
you,
the game is
Llama.
going for a
But my
moment.
power is on the wane. I'm afraid
Oh.
I will be of little use to you now.
I wouldn't have expected that she just mentions at least something along the lines of her not doing well. They will find a way. It's our turn to help you now.
Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
In the meanwhile, YouTube chat, referred. It was a fine day. Nice to hear. Alright, so obviously confirmation. She appears to be able to
But
teleport.
I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now. And it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world. My power is dwindling. Like a lake, cut off from its source.
I really wonder where
Slowly
she
shrinking
teleported
away.
us to. We'll have to look onto the
Now,
minimap in a
It
moment.
has almost run dry.
But yeah,
What do you
of
mean,
course,
rejected by the world?
the damsel is mentioning that she won't have too much time left. Or at least seemingly not too much. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, how long have you been playing this game? On and off since launch, I would say. More, or like semi-actively since like almost 3 years at this point. But yeah, before then, pretty much on and off. Sometimes not, sometimes I'll come back. And I've been actively following this story since like 2023, I believe. In the meanwhile, YouTube chat, never played Genshin. Is it good? Depends on what you're looking for. I like the story, personally. So if you like to build teams, it could be something. Of course, disclaimer to be had, it's a gacha game, which means you need to randomly pull characters, which may or may not be great. Personally, I'm just playing it for the story, and I personally enjoy it. I don't pay attention to having important teams or anything like that. So mostly focusing on the story and In that sense, I have been enjoying it, yeah. But I would say it's probably not Aaron's cup of tea. Right, let's continue with the story and let's see what the damsel lad is about to tell us.
To the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength.
That's why we need the moon mirror to borrow the eternal moon's power.
The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the frost moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2.
So what about the first? I do recall the first moon. We had 3 in the beginning, and now only 1 is left.
Yet moonlight has a way of blending
I
together.
forgot which one is the one that remained.
Glow.
I'm guessing it's the
When
first
my fingers
moon.
touched, I was able to restore my strength by
You
drawing
do check
Kubaki
that
from
in
the
a
eternal
second.
moon's marrow.
Yeah, so the first moon is the one that survived. The other ones disappeared. In that sense, probably the other 2 damselets as well, if I had to guess. In the meanwhile, YouTube chat, ever tried Sekiro? I haven't. I'm not sure if it rings a bell, to be honest. I feel like I might have heard about it at some point, but not, like, actively.
But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
Well, looks like it's once again time to at least fight against seemingly not Warrior himself, but
We'll have to finish this conversation later.
at least the wild, or at the very
See how
least, the
those
Wild
wild
Hunt is
hunt
joining
creatures
us.
are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir
Oh.
won't be far behind.
It seemed like they would attack us, but
Then
no
what are we
mind.
waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here.
So, do I just... Okay, I got it. So, basically just attack and hopefully do that before...
Cleanup sequence initiated. Ultimatum protocol.
Oh, they just keep shooting. This is driving me nuts.
before the meteor on top basically fills off.
You need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them. And this time, we can't fall back on Qatar's house to escape.
So, it feels like the game is just keeps spawning them. No end in sight so far, but at least we do get the ultimates really quickly right now. So that is one advantage. It feels like it's time-based. I don't think it's really training in a specific way. But yeah, I don't think I can really do much against it, I think. What if there's like a potential way to just actually win this, but it feels like it's just going unlimited. Yeah, they just keep spawning, and it's not like I'm doing anything bad, I think. So I wonder if it's just trying, if it's gonna be inevitable. Now it certainly looks like it would have been inevitable. Except someone appears to be joining us. It's a character I haven't seen before.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you can
In the
chew?
meanwhile, Twitch chat, Teresia, do you play solo or with friends mostly? Depends on the game. sometimes I play with friends certain games, but I usually tend to play solo games, I would say. And in the meanwhile, YouTube chat referred, then we must try Sekiro. It's a story mode RPG game. Great graphics, and the combat mechanism is probably great as well, if I had to guess. That is interesting. Gonna have to take a look at that later. Just gonna note that down. In the meanwhile, coming back to Twitch chat, if you could live in any Genshin region, which one would it be? Probably... I think it would have to be a mix out of... Liyue... Maybe Mondstadt, although Mondstadt I feel like is... I like the peacefulness of Mondstadt, but at the same time it is maybe a little too chill. I feel I could probably go for Liyue, personally. I like Nadlan as well, but and Fontaine and Inazuma, but I think I would probably go for Liyue. And in meanwhile, YouTube chat, I've got Sekiro's Life would be fun. I've completed it one time and playing it a second time, really enjoying it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to check it out later, maybe after today's stream. Because it sounds interesting. I feel like I have maybe heard of it before, but I'm not quite sure. Right, let's continue with the story and see who we just met.
Who are you?
Because at least it's certainly not a character we've seen before.
You're back from Amsvartnir?
Oh!
Whoa! You're Varka?
That's the guy we were supposed to meet in like the last version, but never did.
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that
We did
where
see
he
at
is?
most glimpses of him, if I recall correctly, but never
That's
him
the one. Come on, move.
properly.
There's no time to waste.
Wow! Where are we? This is so
That's what I would like to know as well.
Well, that
We
goes
didn't
without
get
saying.
any
This is the Knights of Favonius'
any
meeting
map
place in
additions,
Nod-Krai,
but
and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network.
certainly more locations regardless. The Northern Intelligence Network, maybe that's where Nefer is.
AKA the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information.
Yeah, she's gotta be
Their
around here if I
headquarters
had to
are in
guess.
Nod-Krai, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet, so naturally, it's secure.
I wouldn't be so confident about regarding the enemy we have, but regardless.
Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nod-Krai should be pretty familiar with me by now, but I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, Teresia, are you on other socials as well? Yes, I am. In the Twitch info box, like below the stream, basically, there should be a link to my website, which, and by using that, there is a section that lists basically all accounts on any social media.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming.
It has
You look
indeed.
way
Let's
younger
see.
than I'm unexpected. But you definitely have
I don't
that
recall
grand
Walker
master
even being
vibe.
mentioned at the very beginning of the Nod-Krai story.
Well, I'm no
But we
spring
just
chicken.
never
Just
found
not
him. I
showing
guess
my
he's
age
just
yet.
been hiding in the background.
Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off.
The Walker already has a
My
history
squad took heavy injuries
with
and I barely made
Warrior.
it out alive myself.
That's good to
Knew it
know
might
and
have been our
hopefully
last
good
chance, as we
intel.
staked everything on it.
But I
still,
feel
it
like,
wasn't enough to
I
stop
mean, it
him.
feels like we've got to figure out how, or like, just dump everyone we could possibly get onto him. In the meanwhile, Chad, can we connect there? Sure.
I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest, you already know.
So it feels like we kind of just got lucky with him joining.
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
I feel like he sees everyone as a threat though. And I think that's probably just like the goal, so to speak, right? Or at least seemingly Kuraki makes him stronger, and if he's had tough encounters, then I guess just go for even more power, and that should be pretty much it. Let's see, YouTube chat. If you want to know more about Sekiro, you know, I'm referred Afterlife. Yeah, sure. Seems interesting at least, so yeah, I'll probably reach out after the stream. If I have time after that, hopefully. But yeah, let's continue on.
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Well, we kind of know his goal. His goal appears to be trying to resurrect his own body or some sort.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nod-Krai? Why is the Wild Hunt returned in humanoid form?
Yeah, about
And why is it
that, I
after
think
you?
the story, even though it's been only a little while, I think the story is a little difficult.
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
It's almost as if wherever the traveler's going, everything just basically burns down.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this Wild Hunt activity in Nod-Krai is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners.
In the meanwhile, YouTube, you still have to tell me about your Japan trip, as I asked. Oh, true. To be honest, was pretty good. I do have lots of things to tell, to be honest. But it was a really nice time. Really enjoyed it. Kind of want to go back, but certainly not this year. Maybe in 2 years or something. But yeah, really enjoyed the time there. Really had some nice sightseeing. My shoes are dead, but that's about it. Luckily. But yeah, if you have any specific questions about it, feel free to let me know. I enjoy talking about it. But for now, let's kind of go back to the game. Gotta make sure to get through the story at least. Let's see, Walk has been told about
That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around it all.
the history.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away, it all comes to a head and all your hard work gets undone.
In the meanwhile, YouTube chat, yeah, Japan is great. Just once, at least in my lifetime, I do want to go there. To be honest, in terms of like the time in the year, I feel like we pretty much hit one of the, like, there's like two perfect spots, I think. It's either spring, where you can get the cherry blossoms, which is basically peak time, which means everyone is the most, or like, everything is technically most expensive, I think. But we went now in October, so, and it wasn't too hot, but that's why we kind of avoided the summer, because temperatures could go up to 40 degrees Celsius, that is. And that was a little too hot, or as far as I know, it can also get very humid. So we just wanted to avoid that. We decided for October instead, which turns out is probably the sort of like middle ground, because in the beginning it was still very hot. Well, not very hot, it was 30 degrees, which was a lot more manageable. And even nice, to be fair. And then in the later stages, it started to get a little cold, but it was still t-shirt weather most of the time. Really got motivated by animes and all, so yeah, really want to check it out. Honestly, same. It started off with anime and just the interest in Japan in general, to be honest. Right, let's continue on with the game story.
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow next. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
What kind of new variable is he talking about?
A new variable? You mean...
Okay, I was about to say, I think we have been called variable before, and it turns out that the variable is us, or the traveler rather.
And in a strange way, I think his
oh, the
resurgence
traveler
may
has
not be
already
entirely
fought
bad
against
thing.
Barrier
The Wild
and
Hunt is like an unrelenting force of
barely
nature,
managed to
but
get out of
Rere is
there.
an individual with an agenda. He's gotta have a weak spot somewhere.
Well, and take care, see ya, good night. Have a good night as well. I'll reach out to you after this stream and then we can talk tomorrow if I had to guess then. And in the meanwhile, Twitch chat, yeah, if you want to reach out, you can just, I don't think I have DMs open anymore, but you can just ping me or something or follow. My Twitter account is on the website, so, and it's basically same tag as the Twitch, so if you just want to follow me or something, then feel free to do so.
That said, while Ino was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
Well, let's go back to the discussion, or investigation, rather.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
So I think that they're now talking about what happened in the end
Wild
of
Hunt
Luna
Phenomena
1.
Log, a Nod-Krai and Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No. Still doesn't ring a bell.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them.
And we gotta figure out how to put the pieces
Still,
together.
It's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis by ourselves. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there.
I feel like we've had a lot of these though.
But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly it served its purpose.
A little
I doubt it's by
distraction, it
chance that He
seems.
happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. So maybe luring me away was all a part of his plan.
Still wondering what all these different factions are doing here though. Because like, it's not
But
like
is it
Warrior's
even
the only
possible that He
one.
orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nod-Krai of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
Can't forget Fatui.
So, what do we do now?
Because
Any
they're
ideas?
doing weird stuff as well, of course.
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter.
That is true, but how?
To my knowledge, the bulk of Nod-Krai's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
The power of friendship or something.
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest.
Oh.
And the Iridescent Moon was
I
the
mean, the
most
moons are
mysterious.
gone. But maybe.
They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to
Maybe
shape the
there's a
workings
way
of the world
to
itself.
well, basically on that, based on that, at least based on these statements, I feel like maybe there is some kind of way, or maybe like still get the
I know
power
they're
from
the
the other
Frost Moon's
moons. You do have the moon
And the
fragments.
Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
One of them we have.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow...
Yeah, okay, so
able to
we're
regain
gonna
my
try and
strength
find
much more
the
quickly.
moon fragments. Or no, the moon marrow rather.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
And I mean the Traveler got one of the moon mirrors inside of him. As in Damslet herself also has one, so we just need the 3rd one.
According to my analysis,
The question
solution
is, where is
feasible.
the 3rd one?
However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the iridescent moon's
And
marrow?
that's now something we need to figure
I know
out.
a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
And we're going back to the fight to A. Got it.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. there's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
The
And that
travel will, of
settles it.
course, go
Next
with her.
up, our second priority. Somehow, we need to figure out Rarir's end goal.
And in the same sense, try and avoid Warrior
As you saw
under
for
any
yourselves, when he
circumstance.
was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title, the Raker of Solnari. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nod-Krai for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him.
Thinking about it, the first word is technically Charon, and it's basically like someone, the person taking revenge. And Solnari gives me sun vibes, so maybe he's just taking revenge for the sun.
If Kutar
Maybe
hadn't
that's
given
where
us
the
that
name is
lead,
coming from.
we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nod-Krai has a clue. And she has info coming out of her ears.
Well, who knows? We haven't asked her yet.
Oh?
There she
That's a
is.
rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
To be fair, I'm surprised that she wasn't watching us along anyway.
Details. Miss Nefer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarir. Given the severity of the situation,
So,
I think
it
it's fair to
sounds
say
like
that
we're
our
just
only
gonna
chance
ask
lies in uniting as
Nefer if
one.
she has heard
And I'm
anything.
talking all the factions in Nod-Krai.
Hopefully she has.
We can't
I'm
do
not
this without a
confident.
curatorium, but I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Nefer?
Well, if Walker is the one that reached out, surely she received information from him.
Say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network? And isn't it supposed to be super hidden?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nod-Krai without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Do you mean Yura?
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Does that technically mean that she's... No, I don't think she's... You could call her part of the Knights of Favonius.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run into some trouble, huh?
Oh, that would be quite interesting. Let's see, you bring Nefer up to speed on what's happening.
Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely need that one.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
That would be pretty funny, to be honest.
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
I was about to say we have Yehoda, but as soon as she got involved with us, she was fired, so never mind.
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for free.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. so I can't exactly say I didn't see this coming. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
Watch her not take it after all.
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices.
Someone's about to join
The
in,
riskier
aren't
the
they?
job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference.
Oh, interesting
out of my
idea
next
from
few
Yehuda.
paychecks.
Well, I did expect someone to jump in, but I didn't expect it to be Yehuda.
Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please? I'm begging you.
Nefer reconsidering what she got herself into when she brought on Yehuda.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehuda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again.
Yeah, I have a mild feeling that it's gonna be twice, thrice, and so on.
That
I don't think
fragment
that'll be
earlier
the
was
first,
after.
the last
Do you
time.
still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some leads?
Oh, that's interesting.
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can count on you, so we'll leave the intel gathering in your hands.
Interesting. So Nefer does appear to
And that
have
brings
at
me to
least
the third
something.
and final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move, so someone will have to stall him. I'm in for this part, no matter what. Anyone coming with?
Count me in too.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing heroes. I'm way ahead of you here. And Nefer did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me.
Interesting idea, to be
Once
honest.
they're ready, we'll
It's not
deploy
something
the
I would have
decoys across
expected to be
Nod-Krai.
to
So
be
as long as the rest of you
a
keep
thing.
moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
But that's good news.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then, we'll split into 3 teams. Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the others. Dismissed!
All right, well, things have suddenly become quite interesting. And what is that? Nice loading screen.
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau?
Okay, we're directly going to the Fatui.
We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck.
Well, we
Don't
have a
blame us for doing what
problem
we
and
have
we would like some help.
You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us?
Well, I don't think that matters anymore. If the entirety of Nod-Krai goes boom.
Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think about trying to get inside.
Okay, Centrone, just was watching us.
But
Are you going to make me repeat that?
no, my lady.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
Well, at least we're now in the bureau, and officially at least, not trying to, like, break in or anything.
Me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It's just the potential disaster of the existence of Nod-Krai.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Didn't expect her to be a thing. Or
You mean the knave?
I didn't expect her to be relevant here.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nod-Krai?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nod-Krai are me and... what is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
She was about to slip something there.
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon.
Marinette seems lost in thought, but she doesn't look surprised. She must know more than she was letting on. I don't understand what Arlecchino has to do with the iridescent moon's mirror, but at this point I have no choice but to go along with Columbina's plan. See, we're only doing this to stop Warrior. He's our common enemy.
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Someone's a little annoyed.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent and sensitive guests who won't stop
I wonder who
asking
the
where
guests
you've gone.
are.
Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Upset could, the worst tea could be a big range. It could be actual horrible or just like medium.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings? Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment.
I feel like they're still... It does kind of feel like they're friends. Or was she genuinely trying to introduce Columbina to new flavors? Maybe all that coldness is just an act and they actually get along. Yeah, I feel like we can tell that, right? It does look like they can clearly go along.
Oh, yeah.
Just that
And
Sanchoni
Capitano
doesn't
sometimes
really
used to
want to
bring
show
Patagonia
that for
around
now
too.
at least.
But I guess we won't be seeing him again.
Yeah, that happened.
Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia!
Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move.
I'm pretty sure you implied that, but anyway.
Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually.
It's hard to tell. It kind of feels like they get along, but at the same time they don't.
The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to.
It's hard to tell what's really going on
But
here.
if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
I'm pretty sure she's talking about us. She says that, but she's the one who just caved in and agreed to help with Columbina? Yes, she did.
Guess that's our cue to leave.
Let's go. We'd better not keep Work and the others waiting.
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Oh. Did Arlecchino already come in?
What do you mean?
Listen.
Oh, yeah, I see.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde of monsters.
Well, it sounds like we
straight
gotta
for the
help them
facility.
for once.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
And I guess that's why she wants...
You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me?
I mean, we did fight alongside
Go
at least
on,
once
get out of
before.
here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friendlies in a weapon system.
Just be careful.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm not surprised that
If
she's
you'll leave,
reacting
make it
this
quick,
way.
or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to my tea party.
I know. But thank you anyway, Sandrone.
Yeah, we're just gonna try and help
This is exactly
her?
why you
Or
shouldn't hang
what's
around
going
with
on
those
here?
people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is rubbing off on you.
Or are we about to join another cutscene or
Come
something?
on, then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations. Let's see who comes out on top.
Hopefully the marionette, but we'll see. What are we joining in? Okay, we're controlling this one. I guess I just, like... No, hang on. I guess I'll just keep the mouse button pressed and just fly wherever they are. Seems pretty much all you need to do right now. And I mean, we're fighting them back significantly. And we're stretching to a second one. I did see it's at number 1. I wonder if you could lose this. I guess you can technically do it, but you probably shouldn't. What kind of weapon even is this? Like, why does it jump? I guess it's shooting from the base something. Yeah, at least that feels like what's going on here. Once again, I could just spam the button and that's all we would need to do. And we're switching from 2 to number 3. Seems like some sort of sniper.
That's it. Keep them pinned down. Don't let them get near.
And it even is, actually. Do we have anything somewhere? I don't think so. It doesn't even feel like we can get damage here. Oh, we can. Not sure from where, but we definitely can.
Rotate out. Deploy all backup units. Get in there and hold the line.
And a 4th one. Looks like it could... No, but it can't move. Oh, this one's struggling though. 42. The vision is getting a little staticky, so I would not be confident in them actually being able to sustain everything.
Don't worry. Once this is over, I'll put you all back together again. I promise.
Oh, I can't actually get at one. I can't look at... Well, I'm not sure where that came from. I don't wonder about... That's a good question. Yeah, I don't think this one's doing too well. Might want to switch to someone else? Or maybe not, because I guess that's the end. So, what are they going to do now? Hello there.
Polonia, get him!
It does feel like Marionette may have been, or Sanchoni may have been a little too confident.
She's not here. Where did she go?
It's about Columbina, probably.
Curse it. Moon.
I think he's talking about Columbina.
Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
And someone's joining in. Well, not joining in, but... And we're switching to the Curatorium of Secrets. Oh, what are we getting in here? That seems like a secret room of sorts.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past. It almost looks like some kind of
I guess what
ceremony.
I'm not sure what we really are viewing right now, if it's like something in parallel, or if
Good
there's a
deduction.
small delay.
But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frost Moon
But it's not like
Scions.
we probably get our info over there,
Whoa.
fortunately.
First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. But it's actually kinda nice. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set. When do we begin?
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well.
Well, if you had knowledge on what's going on in the barrio, then you'd know.
I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Llama kind of egging her
Once
on
I
a
take
little.
job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to ask myself if the power I'm relying on will even work on an opponent of this caliber. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may otherwise be. So it's important to consider how to spend what lifespan we have left.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
I
For
mean,
once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rarir, there's no such thing as being too prepared. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been saving for a rainy day.
oh.
Yehoda, I need you to find someone for me. The sooner the better.
Okay, so what are we getting ourselves into? Or rather,
Who?
Nefer, or whoever.
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Oh? From Sumeru.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady?
Oh.
She showed up when I was completely
I know
lost
exactly
and
what
sold me
she's
a
talking
neat little
about.
gadget that was exactly what I needed. Trust me, she's a good person.
I know exactly what they're talking about.
Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Yoda runs away. Well, we have met one person. From Sumeru.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped
Yeah,
at
I'm not
us.
quite sure about that one, but
Instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee.
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
although it's interesting how she actually ends up being used to the story. Well, you could have kind of expected that if, based on the fact that you just randomly find her.
If you want to
make it big in Nod-Krai. It's all about connections.
Interesting. I'm
Nefer
pretty sure that's
also
Samara
happens to
music
have
in
a
the
lot of
background,
intel that
by the
interests
way.
me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in Nod-Krai. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted. And when you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. Good thing my compatriot was there to swoop in and save the day. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangamabe is
I have the
nothing
mild
but
feeling that
generous.
she won't really be sending you anyone, but anyway.
So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble. I've got everything you could possibly need. And the more you buy, the more you'll save.
Sure.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the
I'm
bottom
kind of
the
interested
sea?
in the jetpack, to be honest.
At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
I wouldn't be surprised if that very quickly exhausts her resources.
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now. I'll have to ask my supplier.
Your supplier?
That's interesting. I would have thought Loma's independent. Sorry,
Woman, make
not
no mistake.
Doris
I
independent.
can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Nod-Krai in the near future.
Who?
If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that'll be, though.
Who is she talking about?
Then let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over
I'm trying
and
to
serve
figure,
yourself
like,
up
think
on a
about
silver platter?
who she could be referring to, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Based on that, like, I would have assumed powerful female person from Sumeru, but certainly not Naida. I would completely put the opposite on that one. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out at some point anyway.
Of course not. I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, no! This is for my personal use only!
Well, how about we could use it somehow?
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. You'll get it back later. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay one. A win-win situation, don't you think?
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every
What
extra
does
hour
Story
afterward, I'm charging you a
do in the
million more.
meanwhile,
Deal?
considering she's lacking something important?
Deal.
And what even is that?
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
Well, based...
That will be all. Take care now. Don't trip up on your way back,
What
friend.
is that thing, though?
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin.
Well, I guess we won't find out.
After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see many strange things in your mind's eye. So remember, don't be frightened, and don't make a sound.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, hello Lars! Hope you're having a good day so far.
Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past.
Interesting. So, we're gonna find out things
I made it.
about the past, it seems. Past of Nod-Krai, or just where we are, we'll see.
Must be Conrian.
And that's gonna give us a clue why this act is called as it is.
Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday.
We're coming back to Canaria.
I'll keep exploring.
We'll see what exactly. I just noticed that she has Dory's. No, it's gone now, but she had Dory's thingy on her. Is there anything we can take a look at? We can look a little bit outside, it seems. I don't think this is some kind of... It's hard to recognize what it is. I don't think I should be walking this way, to be fair. Yeah, okay, let's go back for a moment, because I'm getting ahead of what we should say, I think, right now. I'm surprised I didn't block it off, by the way, but anyway. A few storage boxes sit next to the cabinet. Everything inside is neatly organized. Whoever lives here seems to be enjoying a pretty comfortable life. Though not on the edge of bankruptcy or anything. Or like being very poor. But let's see what the note says. A handwritten note.
Hi, Rivier. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
Yeah, I'd probably enjoy a kebab at now as well, to be honest.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
Read Warrior's diary. Journal on the table.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good.
I mean, as some sort of barkeeper, you actually have a nice position to gain intel. But depending on how deep they are into their drinks, people will just naturally tell stuff, if I had to guess.
But if he invites me again...
No need to even be
chances are
nosy or
I
anything.
still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously. Why would you
Of
even
course, I
eat
mean, we
something
did
like
hear that Canaria was a very powerful nation.
I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
And it
That
doesn't
just
look
isn't the
like
kind of thing I
Warrior
like to eat.
is poor or anything, so
Grain has to be imported.
it doesn't look
and
like
they're eating a
too
diet of
too
mostly
rich, but
meat
also
and
not too
mushrooms.
poor, so
Could it be
right middle in the
because
class, I
Khaenri'ah
guess.
is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Khaenri'ah don't have many options.
That's
when it comes to
interesting,
dining.
though. I know that I believe there is something that people have mentioned would be the gate to Canaria. It was underground, if I recall correctly, and I thought that's just simply because I mean, it's been like 500 years in game, but it sounds like it might have been within underground even before that.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is.
Most of what's written in the diary are the mundane details of everyday life. It's clear that the author was just an ordinary Canarian, or at least that they were passing themselves off as one. The author's handwriting doesn't really reveal anything. It's neither showy nor stiff. In fact, it doesn't really leave any particular impression.
He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this regard.
And near the end of the diary, you notice a page with a shallow indentation along the bottom. The previous page has been torn out. For now, its contents remain a mystery.
Did Warrior rip it out himself?
Maybe. But pen marks like these leave a trace. With something like charcoal to add some color, you just need to find the right angle. And Nefer looks around. She sees a fine charcoal pencil on the desk. Before long, she has restored the missing words. Compared with the forgettable handwriting from before, these lines have been scrawled in a rougher, more haphazard way, as if the person who wrote them was in an emotional state.
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool. The burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
I'm guessing he's talking about
rhythm of love.
who that other person was, that we just heard about.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Oh. That's important knowledge that we need. Observe various memories. And now it's actually time for us to walk down this path. Or maybe not yet.
Right here. Over here.
Oh! That's a name I didn't expect.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedelfin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally outside of court.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every
I
now
wouldn't
and
have
then,
expected
right?
Dine's Life to show up here.
Well, I'm flattered.
Although at the same time, we're talking about Canaria right now, so at the same time, it makes sense that he's somehow involved.
So, what are we discussing today?
But we only see Warrior right now.
Hey, don't look at me.
We don't see the
As far
others.
as I see it, We don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
Who'd have thought the Great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I
What
just didn't
sword?
expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
Right now, it just feels like some casual chatter.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now.
What kind of job would make you worried? What'll happen if your girlfriend finds out?
A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
Me? Same
Or
old,
maybe
same old,
Rary has
nothing
just
much
been lying. Maybe that's what they were talking about.
What's up, Fed?
It's nothing.
Vadafulnir, Daneslif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man.
So Barrio's sitting with Dainslife and his older brother, which makes me wonder: is he related
And yet,
to
despite
Dainslife
the
as
gulf
well?
between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades?
Doesn't sound like they're related, to be honest.
Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rare looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
I mean, based on the fact that apparently he knows Dainslife, or at least was a good friend, I guess this would be a point of contact. Or at least a point of attack, rather. Maybe. We'll see. I can still go down here. Strangely enough. I thought we were about to go down here, but never mind, it seems. We were definitely gonna do something here. But I can't go through this door. But maybe later. Or maybe not at all. But let's go back to his room of sorts. Let's see. We need to look into the mirror. Check. Oh! Well, that's nice. Didn't expect that it would have like an actual mirror image. And it appears to be his wife or girlfriend of sorts?
You're back early.
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Or maybe that it's the time where Rio tells her what was going on.
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vedifnir showed up today too. You know, Dainslif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vedifnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
Oh, did he mention something?
He overheard Dainslif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
That is strange. Right? Or at least I would say it's strange.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us?
It makes me worried if he can apparently see the future. What did he say?
I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not?
It feels like this might be wife territory. Oh, never mind. I'm stupid. They said propose. It's not. It's more like. It's not girlfriend anymore. What was the word? Fiance? Something.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
She didn't give you an answer yet?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this.
I feel like most
We may be
discussions,
in the grand scheme of
most
things,
decisions are
but if we
usually,
want things to work
oh
out,
yes,
we've still got
definitely,
to plan ahead.
or not at all. I'm surprised that she'd be waiting. If she's waiting, that would personally tell me, okay, no, it's a no.
Alright. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting.
Maybe
forever.
Canaria works differently, I don't know, but for me, if you had to wait to answer that question, apart from like the, oh, I'm surprised and like struggling for words right now, like if you need a day to think about it, then something went wrong, probably.
Nobody's. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedifnir and Dainslif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides,
What did they
Dynasty's fate
say?
rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense.
And this does give us info that Diane's life was somewhat significant even. Although that I think that probably was clear a while
opposition
back
tried to
even.
speak out,
Or
nothing came of
obvious
it.
rather.
And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated
But
them
what
and got rid of their
exactly
bodies.
is happening here? Oh?
A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach, and he never will. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace?
Is that what we're struggling with? It seems as if...
Thalendis?
Oh, is that why he was concerned? Is that why he was concerned about telling Thalendis the truth?
It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either.
And he's going to regret not saying it.
There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revere. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love.
Just a
Let
little
go
off
of that
topic, by the way. I did see people mentioning that they were surprised that getting into the story, that they were locked in for hours at a time and couldn't do anything else. I see why.
You're right, Thelindis.
I see what they were talking about. But luckily, we still have some time to go.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only
But
ruin our evening.
regardless,
Speaking of
I have the mild
all
feeling
set for the
that
ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
whatever that Thelindis, she's giving me I'm about to die vibes.
You go ahead.
In terms of the
I just have a
story.
few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there.
Famous last words.
Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
Still, in my opinion, if you can't commit, like if you've been together for a long time and you can't commit when someone asks you for, I guess, marriage, it would feel weird to me personally. Although on one hand, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the person that I don't know what's going on. I need some time to think about. I wouldn't be surprised if I was that person doing that. But at the same time, I would feel very weird if the other person was doing that to me.
Alright. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Finster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work?
I was about to say, quite interesting that Nefer is looking into someone who was part of
Let's
that
dig a little
or
deeper.
similar spaces. Also, still quite interesting that the mirror, like the mirror image, is actually him. Right, we can't jump in here, interestingly enough, but it's time to leave the hut.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rehir of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
He's already had this name back then,
After all
it
these
seems.
years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Finster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Khaenri'ah has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
No further need for a dead moon.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
So Rabia obviously has a hard time telling
But I'll
her
sure as heck be the one to pay
would-be
for it.
fiancé. I'm just gonna use Nefer's naming here.
Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter.
And I have the
They're
mild
wolves
feeling
in
that this
sheep's
will
clothing.
happen. Just saying, unfortunately.
Take care, Rahere of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself too.
Like, I mean, we know that he still exists nowadays. So if I had to guess,
To keep this from you. You're the last
Falon
person
this
I would ever want
might
to lie
not
to.
make it too far.
But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The Moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court
Oh,
secret he's not
clearly he
willing to
doesn't.
share?
He knows something that he didn't want to share.
I have to get a clear answer from him.
If they can see
No
the
matter what
future, then
happens,
I would
protect
bet
the
that
Lynx.
it's something along the lines of she's about to die, basically.
Rarir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second.
Oh, what is
What's
that?
this black smoke?
It wasn't there before. And now what should be Rarir? Rarir.
So he's late after all.
Oh.
Just you wait, Rarir. You're in for it. Big time.
Well, we're gonna find out on what was really happening, or like what happened during this ball kind of thing. In a few minutes' time, I'm gonna have to take a quick break. But in just 5 minutes, we'll come back for more Genshin, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, the break did take a moment longer than I thought it would. Significantly longer, even, I think. Maybe not that long. But anyway, we need to continue on with the story. Let's see what happened. What happened
Are
here?
you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Buying flowers for Aria, it
Thank
seems.
you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying.
And it's probably... They did say Crimson Moon. And the eyes are crimson colored.
May we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Ray here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
And it sounds to me like Aria might have... Well, it's probably the most awkward if you hear whatever has to be said from someone else. So...
Sorry,
and it looks to me as if Aria was biding his time too much.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rarier, and he claims to be one of the King's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
I don't think she... Oh, well, maybe we're about to find out.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rarier was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis.
True. Nefer's focus is on Rarier.
Rarier couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
Oh, come on. I was hoping we'd find out more.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rarier's fragment to spy directly on his memories?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
Hopefully she has money.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy!
That makes you wonder what did Nefer do anything to, like, for example, Yahoda or anyone?
Admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
Can we go back in?
I'm just as curious as you are, but the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now.
What does she need for a second ceremony?
Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too.
Yeah, speaking of that...
Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky
Nope.
one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
Nope.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet up with the others.
Actually, can I just point out... The Traveler ran away with the damn sled. With Colombina. Loma's gonna try and go there again? What is going to happen? Oh, oh, they're all back at the secret base. Okay, never mind. I see. It's cute. Okay, hang on.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked.
We'll just have to sneak past, nice and quietly, because I'm very good at that. Not. Anyway. Let's see if we can do it. If we manage to do it. Or if we're just gonna struggle hard and fail immediately.
If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rare. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again.
Be that as it may, we still have to try.
Guess you're right. Alright. Time to zip it.
Find a way to return to the secret base. Oh.
Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew. That was a close call.
So I'm supposed to be going this way. Got it. It briefly looked like this is not supposed to be where I need to go, but it does look like it, at least. So there is something... Okay, hang on. Is there something here? I can't jump. Importantly enough. But I can climb here. Yeah, so I can't jump, so... That was dumb. That was very dumb, to be honest. What exactly should I do? They are directly staring at this spot, so... Unless I can walk past them here... I guess I can. This is part of the regular map, so I can't, I guess, just walk alongside here and basically go this way. That, I guess, is an option. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like surprise barriers up there. Immune. Not sure what you're immune of, but you're immune of something. The only problem I have is I'm supposed to go get lower. I'm supposed to get deeper. That's clearly where nobody is. No, that's not connected now. Wait, did it abort? I think it did. Yeah, I think it just aborted. Okay. Well, that was a fail. Yeah, I can jump again. Okay. So, mission aborted. We need to go back. So, but hang on, let's... So, is the goal I'm just supposed to go here then? I guess so. Okay, well, let's go back and trigger it again. Or should I go inside? No, I don't think so. Right?
They might not have seen us yet, but that's if they spot us.
So, I clearly went the wrong way, or at least not an intentional way. It wants me to go higher, so...
We almost got spotted. Phew. That was a close call.
So based on that, I need to go here. We do have them right here. So I can't go this way, realistically. I feel like I still feel like I need to go behind them here. But if I do this again, I'm just gonna walk up again. It doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Unless there's a... Oh, hang on. Unless there's a second way around. I also still need to go higher.
Watch out! It's coming this way!
What's coming this way? Yeah, I might have just screwed myself, probably. Because it feels like, if I look at the map, I'm just supposed to go... Yeah, I think I should have gone there, where they're walking right now. I didn't see the pin. It's right... I think it's where this stone is that fell over. That's where I need to go. But the problem is, well, I kind of just screwed myself. So, I'm not sure what to do now. I can't attack these. So I don't think I have really much of a choice than just... Hang on, can we just reset it? Yes, we can. Okay, be careful. Yes, I know.
Oh, they might not have seen us yet.
Right, let's... I guess in that sense, let's just walk as fast as possible to the right. I think that's...
We almost got spotted.
Yeah, no worries.
Phew. That was a close call.
So what I think I just need to do is... stay as right as possible. That will trigger them.
It's coming this way.
But that's fine. Hello. Okay.
Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle.
Yeah. So it turns out it's more of a case of we need to run.
Oh, there's no end to these things.
We can't keep going like this. Surely there must be another way out. I have the mild feeling that we may be stuck.
Fire.
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Where did that come from? Unless it's that guy helping us out, and maybe it's Walker helping us out. His word was red. Could be. I feel like it might. The Wild Hunt, that was quick. Or... oh, never mind! Certainly didn't expect all the Kino here.
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina.
I definitely didn't expect to run into all the Kino here.
Would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while.
I was about to say, I mean, we met her in Fontaine, which was a while back. And we're switching back to the Bureau. Maybe we'll see how Alakino arrived.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
Is that a voice you recognize? I don't think so.
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
I don't really.
Hello, Miss Sandone.
Oh!
Father sent us over to help.
Never mind. I should have recognized that one.
How
I felt like
considerate
I
of her.
kind of knew, but no mind.
Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine
What is that
Cat
supposed to
touches
say?
ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Oh, I see. I did like Lynette and Lene when we met, or all three when we met them in Fontaine.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you.
Didn't really expect to run into them again.
You've got
to
it.
be honest.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
All right. Well, oh, that's a barrier gun. But we now meet up with everyone in the secret base. Outside. For whatever reason. It says I need to return. So let's just walk there then. Interesting how it's right there. It's right in the middle. A little surprised by that. I thought it was gonna be at some edge of the map, to be honest, but maybe not. Seemingly not. Well, we do still have a little time to go, so I guess we should just go continue on and at least cover the discussion. I see. There's the secret base.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
They are busy doing other things.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Nefer to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Well, she's recording. No, never mind. Yehuda is here.
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
Kind of funny to call it top secret if the traveler is involved.
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Yep.
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Yes, it can. It's a bit of a long story.
Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
Wait, what?
The
Oh.
only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
Wait, hang on. That's an interesting I wouldn't have put that connection in,
You are well
personally.
informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nod-Krai, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui harbingers, even at a time like this.
Fair. You never know what could happen. That is a fair point, to be fair.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Favors, from what I couldn't tell.
I belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Alakina was instrumental in helping us save the well of Fontaine. I'm confident we can trust her. I think we
Forgive
can.
me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles.
And that is true if you think about it.
We have our own way of doing things here in Nod-Krai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power.
She did say she couldn't take on two, though.
Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
So,
let's begin.
Unless the Traveler just combines all the powers into himself?
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui harbingers after all. One look and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Yeah, preferably don't get on her bad side. What was that reaction?
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
I'm guessing he's talking about the memories we've been able to retrieve.
Alright, listen up everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
In the memories,
I wonder
there's
if
a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon.
I mean,
and
Yehoda was
eclipse,
pointing to
and a
her
whole bunch
eyes,
of other
which
stuff
are
from the
also
time of
crimson red,
Conria.
so... Is there a connection here? I do not know.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties.
Oh. So
Long,
is that
long
an
ago,
internal
It
conflict?
is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, A coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person.
So, I
and
mean,
he had a
I'm
fiancé,
staying kind of
or at
quiet right
least
now because
a
I think we're
would-be
about to
fiancé,
have
called
all pieces
Thalindis.
connected.
What's the matter?
Just after Reria regained his body, he called out that name.
Verfnir, Freindaughter, Thalindis.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancée of his? Do we know anything about her?
I'm still betting on that she died or something.
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Thalindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Obviously, some kind of accident occurred. It's just hard to know what exactly it was. Or it is.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Thalindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Thalindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian,
The curse of immortality. There's a reason why Dine's life and so on are still around. The curse of immortality, she might still be alive.
just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of
Could
his
be.
sanity?
Depending on the situation, or on the, like, sanity level of her.
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right, then. Let's keep working in our separate
Suddenly
teams.
pulling all possible strings we could possibly have. But we do have an action plan, so to speak. An interesting one at that, in my opinion.
Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar.
Makes you wonder what Rerir is about to do.
At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
Oh, good idea
I'll
probably,
head back
but
to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
based on like what our fights have been, it doesn't really feel like that's
Feels
gonna
good
be
knowing
a
we've all got
good
something to be
thing
getting on with.
or like an easy thing.
Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Nefer when they get back.
The Genshin world is getting more and more modern. You'd kind of wish they would have phones by now, but they don't.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now.
What kind of reinforcement?
Stay safe, everyone.
Where's it going to
Dismissed.
be? And what is... Oh,
We're
Flint.
back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
More like late, to be honest.
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined.
Okay, so Ano's plan isn't really working out that well.
More later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right. Nefer, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion.
Oh.
But
What is the
according to
Nefer
Flint's
worried
intel,
about?
Several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nod-Krai in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
So what is a Nefer on about? That it couldn't have been a diversion?
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nod-Krai are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. And Nefer and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Just 1 week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
Don't think about it.
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Nefer should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch.
Where even is Amsvartnir? I don't know.
Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Right, they have once again split up. We're once again even 4 groups now. Everlasting as the moon. Can't open the map. It's kind of spooky. Hang on, what happens if we try to go outside? Oh, we can't. Well, I hadn't expected that. We are right outside the entrance of Columbinus' place. But well, let's go inside. Let's see what is happening here.
This will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned?
No. We're gonna make that secret.
I haven't the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flame.
I was about to say, yeah, how would I recognize her eyes? So, surprisingly enough, apparently...
Huh?
Yeah, okay. Arlecchino's gonna help us out significantly.
Are you serious? As in,
But hang on, does that mean... Well... She's not suffering from the thingy, from the curse.
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
Your hands.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations, over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
And in that sense, Alkino can't do it too often or too much before things go weird or bad, rather.
Correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug of war.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Yes, everything.
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used
Literally
to worship
everything.
was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon Sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss.
That's interesting, though.
Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon.
So, lots of history that we don't really know yet.
Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a
Quite
strange
interesting,
black
though,
aura.
how, like, these... We're sort of intertwining in Nod-Krai, not gonna lie.
Well, I appreciate
Quite
that you
interesting.
kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research
Because, I mean, we have people from all the way of Mondstadt involved. We have Alakina involved. We have, like, the people involved that we met in Fontaine as a result. We have someone we met in Sumeru. At this point, the only thing missing is really Natlan and Inazuma. And Lyre.
Anyway, time is against us here.
Wouldn't be
so if there's
surprised
any
if we
other
run
questions,
into
they'll
one of
have to
them
wait.
as well.
I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help.
Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
We're about to find out.
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Why do I feel like this kind of sounds like the orphanage that the Knave runs?
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen
And
the
that's
Crimson Moon.
wild.
The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
I've been a little quiet, to be fair. I gotta speak up more, but it's actually quite interesting.
There's no fireplace
So-
here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine.
Okay,
I'll go find some bricks.
That's a little funny.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me.
So all the Kino basically just do does
Those
fancy
burned away by
things,
such
and
flames,
that's
they find
it?
a kind of
Or what?
ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death.
I do gotta say though, the story is getting more and more interesting.
I can open a passage.
Like
to that
it still
space
does
for
have its
you.
up and downs, right? But
That's
in
the
my
easy
opinion, I do like the sort of peak that it's slowly but surely getting to.
The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside,
And she's just gonna
you'll
use
have
the
to find
gate
your own
here.
way.
Understood? Don't worry, we've got
Very
this.
Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it.
I wonder if the Traveler ends up gaining some kind of power.
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the 7 hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the 2 realms, by fire severed, by fire
And
renewed,
suddenly,
I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
it kind of feels like this place was prepared. And now that's a stair. Those are stairs to whatever we're going to get ourselves into.
One word of advice as you're crossing over. No matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it.
We're gonna run into Lumine, aren't we?
I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon.
We're certainly gonna run into the sibling.
I feel
That's
that I am about
basically
to meet an old
guaranteed
friend
from what
who
it
has
feels
changed
like.
beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
Only embers remain. Oh, we can talk to her.
Seismic changes often begin with small windows of opportunity. This could be your window.
Well, that's interesting. I guess what we need to do now is... Oh. It's not red, it feels like as if it's fiery. Just out of curiosity, does anything happen if I touch it like this? I mean, it's fire, it probably burns. Nope. That's not something I was expecting. Well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I personally was expecting us to not really be able to walk that far. This one's also not causing issues. Looks interesting though. Can I go inside? Okay, sorry, I want to carry on, but I also want to try things out. So don't mind me. Well, you can go through that, so that's all I wanted to do. But right, let's go in there. Let's see. I guess we just need to walk up these stairs that we see right here. Yep. Oh nice, we don't even have to jump up, we just walk up here. Well, bye Alakino. Let's see what we're about to get ourselves into. I would have been funny. You tell me. So we're just supposed to not listen to that. There's nothing behind us. And is that the end?
Hey, look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place. What now?
It's giving me, once again, vibes from that one spot we were in the Traveler story.
Sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for?
Looks like there's only one way through here. Let's keep going and see what's ahead.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Paimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her.
Something is gonna happen and separate us. It's, I think, already guaranteed. Oh, we can't even walk too far back here. Quite interesting. And I don't think we can... We can climb up top of the... Oh, hang on. Don't get stuck. Don't do that. Okay. We got lucky in a second there.
By the way, Kaomina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Well, maybe we're about to see how it shatters. Oh, party setup. Well, that's good to have. Not like I don't use that, really.
Dodge this! Windblade!
Nice and spicy.
I mean, technically I could have just ignored them, but... Might as well. Can we... We can't fall down. Interestingly enough. Nope, no one we can, sort of. They didn't quite 100% block it, it seems. But close enough. Right, proceed deeper. And what do we have here? It's... Oh,
like
there
I
you
thought.
go.
It was only a facade.
Hang on. When we go back, did it roll again? It is. So I guess we're about to see it break more and more. And there you go. There you can see it slowly breaking into pieces. Didn't need to do that.
Don't get frostbite! Disappear! Cool it!
Well, that big one is down, and I'm just now simply just gonna deal with that guy. And then that would be it.
Cool it!
Right, time to carry on. Can we see it progress as time goes on? Maybe now? Eh, not really. It does feel like it might be progressing though. No, I don't think it is. Oh, hello there.
Let the show begin.
I knew I was hearing things.
Boba, get them.
I probably should have just ignored you, to be honest.
This moment will be frozen in...
The stream is starting to go a little longer than I thought it would, but I noticed that there isn't too much left from Act 3, surprisingly enough. So if we get another one of these, I'll probably just skip it, but regardless.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh, maybe don't get hit too much.
Cool it!
Okay, there we go. Well, at least this unlocks the chest though. So at least you get a reward for it. But let's walk up there and see what happens to the moon. It's certainly breaking apart. And I wouldn't be surprised if we enter into a cutscene. No, not quite.
Huh?
So the iridescent moon mirror is up there in the sky?
For real? That's way too high. There's no way we'll be able to reach it.
No.
Surely we'll find...
I'm not sensing anything up there.
In that case, maybe it isn't.
It's coming from under the mountain.
Do we need to go inside of there?
Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
Right, puzzle time for some puzzle time. Make sure to not fall down there. We have some enemies. We have villagers mostly. That again makes sense. They were... I just said, be careful not to fall down, and they fall down.
Maybe people once came.
Well, sorry about that, Paimon.
Freeze!
Okay, I was expecting this guy to actually get some elemental reactions, but never mind. Right, that should be it. Let's activate the mechanism and see what happens. Oh, it's some kind of laser. But hang on. We gotta activate the other two and then we should unlock whatever is there.
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
So Talindis also had secrets.
Is that Rere's girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here?
Didn't Nefer previously mention that she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum?
So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence? Or something more?
So Talindis was researching whatever we have here. And in the meanwhile we get more and more of the Canarians, or of the Hillagers rather, to defeat. Still not sure what to think of this, to be honest. But we are getting more and more into the history of how things previously worked. How far can we go? Quite far, to be fair. Okay, now I'm there it ends. Right, time to go back and activate the second one. The second mechanism. There's the moon.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby. I'll protect us.
At least they're just hilichurls. Could have been worse.
Dodge this.
Some flashbacks from the very old times. You still run into them, of course, in the newer regions, of course, as well. But it feels like, to me personally at least, then again, it's been a while since I last really played Genshin Beyond stories. I don't know if hilichurls are around in the newest regions. I think they are. But they definitely have their own, of course. So let me guess, we're going to be activating this, that cleans off the other one. And then we're just gonna use the other one and clean off whatever is down there in the pond. Yep, there you go, and that's the second one gone. And it weakens. It's starting to get weaker.
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
What are they talking about? What did they discover? From what? Oh! I see. This one's a little more angry. But that's it. We got all 3. And now we should be able to get inside or uncover whatever is in there. Well, still there, but at least it's not that dark anymore,
With
it
the
seems.
abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Revier, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
I wonder if they're talking about the sibling.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It sounds like it.
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go!
Alright, is it still broken? It's still broken. And to be fair, shouldn't the reflection be the other way around or something? I don't think we should see a reflection there. But what do we have inside of here? Well, we seem to have entered some kind of cave. And what is that?
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow.
Sever the abyssal feathers. You simply do that with just attacking them. And that looks like something is our girl, and
Must be the iridescent moon's marrow. Oh, but we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
And of course we have some enemies around as well. Right. First one appears to be down there. We need to take care of these guys.
Freeze!
Let the show be.
I don't think... No, it does something against the light ones.
Dodge this!
Nice and spicy.
What's the...
Come on, we can do it.
Cool it!
Of course, no, that's the downside of my characters, is that they take a little while longer to actually defeat enemies.
Dodge this!
Oh. Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Freeze!
Maybe I should check if I can already interact with it, to be honest.
Let's dance.
It doesn't look like it, but
Cool it!
could have tried. We could try in a moment.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Get them.
Alright, that's the first one done. 2 more to go. Just walk up here, I think. Not sure if that's the intended way of doing things, but it certainly works. Nope. Based on the fact that I actually can't walk up there, no mind. Or at least I can't climb. I can go around the other way and then go up that way. That works. Hi there. Can I just ignore you? Out of curiosity. I feel like I can. I can. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat. Hey Sophia, did you enjoy Genshin? I do. I've been liking the story so far.
Freeze!
Nice and spicy.
Well, you look a little bit more angry, to be fair. But never mind. All I need to do is just hit these devices or strange thingies, and that's all I apparently need to do. How long have you been into this game? On and off since release, I would say.
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely.
So we have found the
If
third
we can purify
marrow.
the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
And of course, the Traveler with his powers can purify it. Hopefully. Looks like it may have worked.
It's so cold. Is it you? Are you here?
Gotta ignore the voices or whatever Alekino has been warning us about.
Are you talking to us?
At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, have you tried referring waves? I haven't. I know a few people that have played it, but I personally haven't.
Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart as death drew near. The moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered
Oh, I wonder, is this another one of the Moon Maidens?
Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago?
Although I feel like, based on the warning from Alakino, I don't think we should be listening to this.
Spared this torment, more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
What was that voice? Oh, who was that voice?
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh,
I mean, it sounded like it might
like
be.
she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
So, sounds like it was the last time, or the last moment of the moon goddess of the iridescent moon. I wonder what happened to the other moon maiden then.
Let's go.
Oh, cutscene.
This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
But that certainly doesn't look great. I was about to say, maybe it's good because we purified it, but at the same time not really.
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Oh. Well, that's actually kind of interesting. So we basically took the only thing that was... Well, I thought it was the last words, but it doesn't look like it. The traveler did just cut through stone, so surely...
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Didn't Alakino need to stay...
Waiting for.
Didn't Alakino need to stay, like, outside? It does look like she did. But she was still able to use her powers inside. In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, so what other games do you love to play? Where are you from, by the way? I do tend to play similar games. Well, right now the main games I enjoy are Genshin and Sandless. And some Punishing Grave Haven in between, I guess. Those are the at least main games I enjoy and also stream, but also I also like City Skylines, to be honest. Oh, and also I'm from Germany, by the way. Have you ever tried COD or CS? I haven't. Well, I have played CS a little while, but not a lot.
Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us?
Right, let's go back to the game story, and I would say that's a yes.
Your hands! They're...
burning.
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry.
Is there anything we can do in return? If I can purify the abyssal power, then maybe...
No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
It doesn't sound like it's a big sacrifice. I mean, yes it is, but at the same time, it feels like she's completely fine with that.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth...
Quite interesting that it's red now. I was expecting all three to be white at the beginning, but clearly not the case.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept
Now,
this moonlight I offer in return.
the big question, of course, what is going to happen, or rather, hopefully this is going to help us find Warrior's lost fiancé. Because right now, at least, that seems to be the only way. Oh, that looks nice.
Stronger?
Not really, it seems.
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned, at least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrier like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would.
Please, Columbina, don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I can take it.
I have a mild feeling that she's probably gonna be gone by the time the Nod-Krai story ends. We know that blue means that she's doing quite fine.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Nod-Krai. The ray here of Solnari.
She definitely sounds like she has suddenly won a ton of confidence. So hopefully, that'll help her fight against whatever we're about to face.
You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality, just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look
Well,
after yourself too,
I hope that
Arlecchino.
Alkino still helps us
I
along.
know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
The thing is, like,
Although perhaps it's time you
I'm
took
not
a new
quite
name.
we're about to fight against Rayrier. Obviously not today, but we are very quickly going towards like a fight against Rayrier.
New name?
And we hopefully have everything we need now.
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name.
In the meanwhile, Twitch chat, so what do you do besides streaming? I work as a software dev at a local company. And I also have some of my own projects as it is, or aside from that as well.
We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir, give it some thought. Alright, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
So, Columbina, I guess, what I would hope for is that she's just gonna stay around, or like, stay hidden. It sounds like she has recovered her powers, but I don't think... I think it would still be risky for her to just go anywhere she wants. I think that would be... I think she might still be too fragile for that. But let's see. Let us know next time you need a hand. We'll be sure to return the favor.
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
And that's Act 3 already done.
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength, and that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
I do wonder so as well. Well, that's not something we're gonna do today. We did complete Act 3 quicker than I thought we would. But at the same time, it was a very long thing. Couldn't really interrupt that. It'll be interesting what we'll see in Act 4. If we'll have a big fight with Reria, I don't think so. Realistically. I think they're gonna be waiting for that until the very end. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, then please leave a like, subscribe, follow. Depends on where you're watching, of course. And aside from that, the next stream is currently scheduled for Saturday, in which we'll be having a look at the Senless story, which had also released during my Japan holiday. So make sure to stay tuned for that, or on Saturday rather. And yeah, aside from that, if you enjoyed the stream, then please leave a like, follow, subscribe. And aside from that, the story is starting to heat up. Genshin in general, rather. And yeah, really looking forward to what else Act 4 will bring. We have now collected all the mirrors. Split up into 3 people, but hopefully that'll help us defeat Rerir, or whatever will be, or we're gonna have to face against Rerir at some point. Hopefully this will help us. Well, it's time for me to sign off for today, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on Saturday.